Good morning, friends. Today we are going to discuss structure of mammalian kidney and nephron. Ladies and gentlemen, you know that kidney is a most important excretory organ, which is present almost in all living organism, all vertebrate living organisms. And in invertebrates, there are number of different organs which are actually responsible for the process of excretion. What is excretion actually? Excretion means removal of unwanted, insoluble macromolecules, toxic substances from the body. And for their removal, there are different organs, different cells, different tissues which are actually responsible for their excretion. Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, for example, if you can discuss about the invertebrates where we have seen there is a Malpighian tubules, there is this is in case of earthworm you have seen chlorogogon cells and so many other tissues or organs are responsible for their excretion. But as far as the vertebrates are concerned, they contain a well-developed kidney. Kidney is always a paired structure, and these are located below the pelvic cavity, and they are actually responsible for removing, for filtering the blood and to remove toxic substance and just help to clean the internal environment of the body. The kidney is of different types. If you can see, there are different types of kidneys on the basis of their structure, on the basis of their functions, on the basis of their development. For example, you see in case of larva of myxine, that is hagfish, they contain archinephros kidney. This is a most primitive, very primitive type of kidney, and it contain only glomeruli. Whereas another kidney, that is protonephros, a little bit developed kidney, and this is the example of cyclostomes. You see there is a paired kidney and they are having nephrons. Nephron is basically a basic unit of excretion. This is the first stage of kidney development. And then you can see in case of amphibian and fishes, they contain mesonephros kidneys, and this is mesodermal in origin, and in humans male give rise to secondary sex organs. And then another kidney, that is a well developed kidney which is present in reptiles, aves and mammals, and this is most advanced kidney. But if we compare the kidney of aves, reptiles and mammals, in case of mammals, loop of Henle is highly developed. In case of apes, loop of Henle is present but not fully developed, whereas in case of reptile, this is absent. Loop of Henle basically help in the process of reabsorption of some solutes and some waters. So you can see the structure of kidney. Kidney is always a bean-shaped structure, and it is about 150 to 200 grams. You can see that its internal and external structure. The kidney is divided into two parts. That is, outer is cortex and inner is known as medulla. And they contain collecting tubules. They contain Malpighian tubules. They contain Bowman's capsule, which actually responsible for filtering the solutes, filtering the important substances. And then we are having collecting tubules, which collect the filtrate and parts. Kidney also act as a sometime endocrine glands, because it secrete one hormones which is actually present on the top of the kidney, that is a suprarenal gland. We can call that one suprarenal gland, which is present on the top of the kidney and which is responsible for the secretion of most important emergency hormone like adrenaline, noradrenaline, and they also secrete glucocorticoids, cortisol, cortisones. All these hormones are secreted by basically adrenal gland, which is present on the top of the kidney. The kidney also secrete one hormone that is known as renin, which is actually responsible for stimulating or for converting the this angiotensinogen, the hormone which is secreted actually by the liver, that hormone is converted into angiotensin with the help of this renin hormone. The kidney is having different structures. You can see there are number of blood vessels, and it is also divided into minor calyxes, major calyxes. This is renal pelvis, and then you can see here a structure known as pyramid, then papilla, then renal artery, which is responsible for the transportations, then medulla, then ureters. Ureter is basically a tube-like structure which is coming out from the hilus portion of the kidney, which actually carry the urine towards the urinary bladder. And then there is a capsule which is also known as Bowman's capsule. All the nephric filtrate takes place from there. And then this is also having a number of cortical blood vessels, then interlobular blood vessels, and all these are the most important part of the kidney. This is a anatomy of kidney. And then another very important structure of excretion or kidney is nephron. Nephron are held together with the help of connective tissue, and they are present in such a way that their anterior capsule portion lies in the cortex region and the posterior tubular portion lies in the medulla region. Each kidney has approximately about 1.2 million nephrons. Nephrons are very small structure, but they are the basic unit of the kidney, and they are composed of two parts. Number one is renal corpuscles and another one is known as renal tubules. Renal corpuscles consist of glomerulus and they contain two layers, that is Bowman's capsule, which is a parietal layer, simple squamous epithelium, then visceral layer which consists of podocytes. Renal tubule, this is a long coil tube that converts filtrate into urine. All the filtrate which is coming out through the Bowman's capsule is converted into the urine in the renal tubule. This leads away from capsule and ends at the tip of the medulla pyramids, and that is divided into four regions, that is PCT, proximal convoluted tubules, then nephron loop, then DCT, and then collecting ducts. This is the main important structure, how the urine flow into the renal papilla, and what is the function of the nephron, what is the ascending convoluted tubule, descending loop of Henel's, and what is the function of PCT and DCT. All these structures are, you can easily see their movements. And then cortical nephron, this consists of glomeruli at the outer cortex. Then there is a short loop of Henle. Loop of Henle is very important structure which is fully developed in mammals, in case of mammals, and that help in the process of reabsorption. One thing very important, at 25 mg, at the rate of 20, at the pressure of 25 mg, approximately 120 milliliter blood is filtered per 1 minute. That is approximately 170 to 180 liter blood is filtered per 24 hours. But only 1 to 1.5 liter is removed out from the body in the form of urine, and all other important substances are reabsorbed back. And the whole reabsorption takes place by three ways. That is, number one is this is proximal convoluted tubule, then there is a loop of Henle, and then there is a distal convoluted tubule. And this is short loop of Henle. Then vasa recta is absent in case of cortical nephrons. 80% of the whole nephron structure is made up of this cortical nephron. And then juxtamedullary nephron, this is having a glomeruli deep into the medulla, long LOH. Vasa recta is present, which is absent in case of cortical nephron, and it consists of 15% of the total nephron structure. So you see the structure and function of most important part of the nephron. That is, number one is PCT, that is proximal convoluted tubule. 75% of the total absorption of sodium, chloride, water takes place through this proximal convoluted tubule. It also maintains blood pH. pH is most important. Blood pH is approximately, in case of human being, 7.3 to 7.4. So the pH is different in case of urine, in case of saliva, in case of gastric juices, intestinal juices. It is totally different. So this is basically, PCT is responsible for maintaining blood pH by sodium bicarbonate, and it also regulate other secretion, that ammonia secretion also takes place here. Then we are having a descending loop of anal, which is permeable to water but not salt. It cannot transport salts from their membrane. It can only permeable to water. Then ascending loop of anal, thin ascending loop of anal. This is passive, permeable to salt but not water. It helps to concentrate urine. And then we are having thick ascending loop of anal, which is permeable to salt, that is active transport. The first one is passive and this one is active. And then there is a distal convoluted tubule. There is a hormone known as aldosterone, salt retaining hormone. This hormone also act on descending convoluted tubule, distal convoluted tubule, which also help in the process of selective secretion and reabsorption. It also maintain blood pH by sodium bicarbonate, sodium, potassium level. It maintain all these. And then there is another hormone, antidiuretic hormone. This is ADH. And this hormone act on convoluted tubule. It help in the permeability of urea, permeable to water but not salt. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is the brief history of mammalian kidney. What are their functions and what are their structures? How to regulate water, salt, iron balance in our body. So, the kidney is most important. And when there is a problem in the kidney, if you can see there is a problem in the kidney, then we will go for the artificial kidney. That is, we use cellophane tube, we maintain temperature, and we add some anticoagulant substances, and that is very painful. That is also known as artificial kidney. Kidney is the most important. And if you want to see that your kidney will be healthy, you have to consume water as much as possible. Thank you very much.